Hey guys, I haven't made a video in a while, so I just thought about this idea and I'm going to make it. Not sure if I'm ever going to upload it, but I used to collect manga a lot, but I got like way too much. I would buy it every time I see it cheap, and eventually I had way too many that I never got number ones to most of the series. So I never started reading them. So recently I started collecting them again. I sold all my old ones mostly and now I started getting in a manga mood. I started collecting again. So I'm gonna go through what I picked up recently, and yeah, I'm just on upload. First, I'm gonna start with the things that I got brand new because I got a lot of used manga too. I'm gonna start off with this new series I've been reading. It's a spinoff, but kind of a new series. It's a My Hero Vigilante. I got 1 through 4 so far. And I've read all of these because I paid $10 each for these, so I better read all of them. And yeah, this is a really good spin-off of it. I think it's more like, I guess less, I don't know how to describe it. I guess more Backstreets kind of thing than the shiny version, whatever. It's more Batman and Robin than the Justice League. I guess that's how I describe it. Yeah, it's a little bit more down to earth than all the school and all that they do. They don't, like, of course, it's called Vigilante, so they're not going to school to become a hero. It's creative, and I'm thinking, like, you see a lot of heroes, like, staying. I think it's very interesting seeing them before they turned all bad. So, this is a really interesting series, and it's just getting started. I think there's 5 of them out right now, 5 or 6, and I got 4, so I can keep up with them. I really like this series. It's written by a different guy, and you can kind of tell it's not written by the same person. So whatever. But let's get going. I got 1 through 4 of this. It has new characters, some old characters. I'm hoping eventually they cross over into the main universe, but whatever. Let's move on. And then I got 15, 16, 17 and 14 of My Hero Academia, the main one. I'm trying to skip ahead a little bit in the show. This is what actually got me into collecting manga again because I wanted to skip ahead in the show a little bit. So I got number 17 and I realized I skipped a little bit too far. I'm waiting for the next series, so I had to kind of backtrack till I was started to remember something. So yeah, I got these right now, and I've been reading the My Hero Vigilante, so I've only read a little bit of 14 so far. So yeah, I think that's the end of my new books that I got. So now let's just get going with my used books. I think I'm going to get started with my favorite find of the bit of the I found this Tokyo Ghoul up at my used bookstore that I go to, which I got it for $0.25, so that was a really good deal, especially since this was a newer manga, and it was number 1, and it was a book I was kind of interested in anyway, so I was able to try out number 1 and see if I liked it, and it looks basically brand new, so that was a good call, and I did like it. I'm going to continue getting the rest of the series. It's a little bit darker than the manga I usually read, but it's not too dark, just a little bit. And these ones, my rule of getting a manga now is I only get it if there's a number 1 to it. And usually it's a quarter piece of this bookstore I go to. So I usually just get anything with a number 1 to it that I see. So I got Sunshine Sketch. I read a little bit of the first one. I have a huge backlog now, so I read a little bit of it. And then I kind of got bored and dropped off. But it's very interesting so far. From the first one, this girl goes to art school, and I'm kind of really like to draw, so it kind of connected a little bit. So I'm going to read the rest of them later. I'm a little bit not as keen on getting into this series right now because I only have 3, and I can't find the rest of them. There's like 8 or 9 in this series, so I'm not sure if I'll ever be able to finish it. So I was more keen on getting started in this other series I got. It's in this box called Monkey High. There's only 7 books in the series, so I got them all. I tried to take the stickers off of these ones, which if you notice on this one, there's a sticker on the spine, in on the back because it's a library book. And I tried to get it off and it left the sticky residue, so you might hear that. I kind of wish I didn't mess with them now. Well, but this is a romance manga. I notice a lot of the books they get there is girly manga and stuff, but it was interesting enough to read through, especially for a quarter piece. So I ended up paying, I think I ended up paying for this series, but like $2, $2.25, and that's a lot of stuff to read. I mostly go there to get books in between where I can get the big books like My Hero Academia or My Hero Vigilante or Tokyo Ghoul now, since I would probably be getting them. Good way to get something to read and build up your collection. That sticky's bad. And next, I haven't read yet, but Angel Cup. It's Angel Cup, I guess it's some kind of soccer manga. I got 1 through 3. So I'm going to get started with that soon. I'm already developing a good bit of backlog that I need to fix. And then I only got number 1 in The Flower in a Storm. I don't know, it looked interesting. Has a gun on the back, so I'm guessing there's going to be something with it. Let's see what time we're at. I can only go to 15 minutes. Now, I got this series, but I'm also a little bit hesitant to get into it because I don't have the whole series. I just figured usually there's 7 books in a series, so I figured that I'd probably have it all, but I guess I didn't. So this is Sand Chronicles. I'm guessing it's going to be another romance manga, but something to read for a quarter a piece. And then I got 1 and 2 of Errata the Legend. It has some guy on a sword in the cover, a knife on both. I got 1 and 2, so I'm going to get into reading that eventually. And now that's the end of my manga, but I also I don't collect comics as much. I don't read them as much, but I always pick them up every time I see them just because they're cheap. And I want to get into reading comics, just usually I can never find them in order when I go places. First, technically isn't considered manga or comics. I got this book. It's kind of related to superheroes. I'm thinking it's going to be a documentary on comics, so let me see how that is later. Here's a quarter. And I got the Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows. It looked basically brand new, and I like Spider-Man. I haven't finished it yet, but sorry, I'm a little bit sick. I haven't finished it yet, but it looks really good. I like the art and all that. And I think I've heard of it once or twice. I haven't read comics, but I've heard of comics. And I got a lot of X-Men comics this time. I got X-Men Legacy Salvage. Only thing that sucks about X-Men, like there's always X-Men up there. But the only thing that sucks about comics, it's hard to tell what order you're supposed to read them in because a lot of them don't have numbers on them. So it's kind of a little bit more complicated. I got Black Widow, 25 cents. I couldn't say no. Death of Wolverine. I actually really want to get into reading this later. Like I said, I'm not a huge comic guy, but I think I've heard of this one. Like I said, a lot of X-Men. I got 2 of X-Men all new. If anybody knows anything about comics, tell me what order these go in and what numbers I got. I got yesterday's X-Men and 1 down. Might have to make another video. Alright, I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. I got another X-Men Forever. Whatever. Another X-Men Forever. Savage Wolverine. I just got this one because it was a hardback and I thought it was interesting. And comics are usually a little bit expensive. Just a little bit. The Punisher. I'm guessing this is I like the issues, like just one of them. I always like them. Another Ultimate X-Men this time. And then I got these Hellboy spin-off ones. I don't know what they are, but they were cheap, so I grabbed them. BRD. And I got something by Image. I just got it because it was volume 1. Mind Cap. I think that's what it says. It has weird lettering. And it looks interesting enough. I grabbed it. The art on the cover is really pretty. And then I got Green Lantern, the animated series. It's a kid's one, but it was a quarter, so might as well. I got some more of that BPRD. And then these next one is I was pretty excited about. This one I didn't get at my used bookstore. I got it for 99 cents up at a thrift shop. It's the Adventure Time Encyclopedia. This is what actually got me back in Adventure Time for a little bit. Thought it looked interesting. A little coffee table book to look through. And then I got me, look at my time. I got me a good heavy bit of Adventure Time comics. I read through one. It's just, I'm not sure if they're all like this, but if they are, it might not be my thing. But it was cheap. It was, like I said, it was a quarter a piece. It's just a whole bunch of little short stories in this one with different art styles. And I never got to read the Adventure Time comics when I was littler. When they were coming out, they were expensive. And I didn't live by a place where I can get a lot of comics very easily. So, yeah, this was a great thing to get. Oh, another X-Men Legacy. This one's a little bit sticky. I tried to take the stickers off. I gotta get some Goo Gone or something to help with that. But, yeah, I got me 10 of them. And a lot of them look really interesting. And eventually I'm going to look through all these. But, like I said, comics aren't my thing. I just thought they would look great on the shelf. And I never had them. I like all the art in them and all that. And, yeah, let's move on. I'm running low on time. Now, my last two comics. I have Supergirl Volume 2. I'm guessing it's a whole bunch of old comics all rolled into one. It looks good. I'm not a huge Supergirl fan. I'm not a huge DC person in general, but I think she's probably at the bottom of my list, but whatever. It was a quarter, so I grabbed it. This one, I'm really interested in reading. I don't think these old comics went in order or anything, so I'm tempted to look through this eventually. It's the Golden Age Batman Volume 2. It was a quarter, and these comics are usually pretty pricey. I'm pretty sure if I wanted to sell this, I could probably get way more than what I paid for it. But I really like this. I think Batman's one of my favorite DC superheroes. If I had to pick one, I'm not really a DC guy, like I said, but yeah, this is probably gonna be the end of my video. I'm hoping to start getting back into regular videos. I have VR again, but it's not my favorite thing to make videos about. I might make some more videos eventually. And see you guys later.